Blue Origin. Hello, space enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a historic milestone in space exploration, Blue Origin's first crewed spaceflight. Why is this flight such a big deal? What are Blue Origin's goals? Is traveling to space really possible? Find all these answers and more in our video. Join us on this exciting journey, and don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel. Also, let us know your thoughts on this historic moment in the comments below. Ready? Let's get started. Blue Origin and the space race. Blue Origin is an American aerospace and space transport company founded by Jeff Bezos in 2000. The company aims to enable millions of people to live and work in space. After years of research and development, Blue Origin achieved a historic milestone by completing its first crewed spaceflight on July 20, 2021. This flight is a huge step forward for space tourism. So, what does the future hold for space tourism? Ever dream of a vacation in space? Share your thoughts in the comments. Now, City. Blue Origin's new Shepard rocket successfully launched a crew of 4 from the Van Horn launch site in Texas. This historic flight showed how ready Blue Origin is for crewed missions. The unique experience of the rocket and the crew tells us a lot about the future of space travel. After the flight, Jeff Bezos said, "This is just the beginning. At Blue Origin, we're working to make sustainable living in space possible. Today's step is a giant leap toward enabling millions of people to live and work in space in the future." Famous astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson also shared his thoughts on this historic event. Tyson said, "Blue Origin's flight is a significant milestone for commercial space travel. This is a first in human history, marking the beginning of a new era in space tourism and exploration. This flight is the first major step towards Blue Origin's goals. After years of tests and developments, the company has provided the necessary safety and technology for crewed flights. This is a big step for space tourism and future space explorations." Details and experiences of the first crewed flight. Blue Origin's first crewed flight was a significant milestone, not just for the company, but for humanity. The 4-person crew soared above Earth's atmosphere with the new Shepard rocket and briefly ventured into the depths of space. So, what happened during this flight? What were the crew's experiences? The flight preparations began months in advance. The crew underwent intense training, learning how to move in zero gravity and respond to emergencies. By flight day, the entire team was excited and ready. When it was time for launch, the new Shepard rocket successfully lifted off from the Van Horn launch site in Texas. The crew inside the rocket felt the forces of gravity. These forces required the astronauts to use the techniques they learned during their training. After the rocket passed through the atmosphere, it spent a short time in zero gravity. In zero gravity, the crew members floated freely in the cabin. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Looking out the window, they saw the breathtaking view of Earth. The silence and darkness of space made the experience even more unforgettable. The crew members took lots of photos to capture the moment. One of the crew members on this historic flight was Wally Funk. In the 1960s, she was one of NASA's female astronaut candidates, but was never sent to space. Years later, she finally achieved her dream by joining Blue Origin's crew. Funk said, "I've dreamed of what it would feel like to be in space for years. It was truly an incredible experience." The other crew members shared similar feelings. They all said that the space journey was the most unforgettable experience of their lives. Jeff Bezos, after the flight, stated, "This is just the beginning. Today, we took a big step towards realizing Blue Origin's vision." Space travel is no longer just a fantasy seen in science fiction movies. It has become a reality. Blue Origin's historic flight has opened the doors to space tourism and future space explorations. In the future, more people will be able to go to space and experience this unique journey. Neil deGrasse Tyson, after the flight, said, "Blue Origin's success shows that space travel is no longer just the domain of governments. This is an important step that will allow more people to access space in the future." The future of Blue Origin and space tourism. Blue Origin's first crewed spaceflight marks the beginning of a new era in space tourism. So, where is space tourism headed after this flight? Will space travel be possible for everyone in the future? Keep reading to find the answers to these questions and more. Blue Origin's goal is to make space tourism more accessible. Jeff Bezos, the company's founder, said, "We want to make space accessible for everyone." So, how will this happen? The first step is to increase the number of crewed flights and allow more people to experience this journey. Blue Origin plans to conduct more frequent and larger crewed flights in the future. The future of space tourism is not limited to Blue Origin's success. Companies like SpaceX and Virgin Galactic are also making significant strides in this field. SpaceX is working on longer space journeys, including trips to the Moon and Mars. Virgin Galactic aims to offer suborbital flights to a wider audience. In the future, there will be different options for space tourism. Suborbital flights will offer short and relatively affordable experiences. These flights will take people outside Earth's atmosphere to experience zero gravity for a short period. Longer space journeys will include space hotels and trips to the Moon, offering more comprehensive experiences. Space tourism will not only create opportunities for individual travelers, but also open new avenues for scientific research. Research conducted in space can contribute to medical and technological advancements. Moreover, space tourism will raise awareness and knowledge about space among more people. Blue Origin's flights also create new job opportunities. New professions will emerge in the space tourism sector, including space tour guides and space hotel managers. These new job roles will gain importance as the sector grows. In this exciting future, the cost of space tourism is also an important issue. Currently, space travel is quite expensive, but with technological advancements and increasing demand, costs are expected to decrease. In the future, the goal is to make space travel accessible to a wider audience. Carl Sagan once said, "Exploration of space is a great adventure for humanity." This adventure is no longer just for astronauts. It's becoming possible for everyone. Thanks to the efforts of Blue Origin and other space tourism companies, joining this exciting journey is not just a dream but a reality. Future plans and missions. Blue Origin's first crewed spaceflight is just the beginning. Thinking about what lies ahead is exciting. So what plans and missions do Blue Origin and other space tourism companies have for the future? Keep reading to find out. Blue Origin's future plans. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Blue Origin, plans to focus on larger and longer space missions in the future. Currently, the company conducts suborbital flights with the new Shepard rocket, but future plans include orbital flights and moon missions. Bezos said, "Our goal is to enable millions of people to live and work in space. This goal is a big step towards establishing a sustainable presence in space." One of Blue Origin's major projects is the New Glenn rocket. This rocket will be capable of carrying large payloads to orbit and will be used for crewed orbital flights in the future. Additionally, work continues on a lunar lander called Balloon, which could play a significant role in NASA's Artemis program for crewed moon landings. Sustainable living in space. Sustainable living in space is a crucial part of future space missions. Long-term goals include establishing colonies on the Moon and Mars. These colonies will reduce dependence on Earth's resources and increase humanity's chances of survival. Space mining will play an important role in providing the resources needed for these colonies. Another important aspect of sustainable living in space is space stations. The International Space Station, ISS, currently plays a significant role in this area. In the future, commercial space stations could also be built. These stations will be used for both tourism and scientific purposes. Blue Origin is working on a commercial space station project called Orbital Reef, which will serve as a platform for research and a hotel for space tourists. Goals of other space companies. In addition to Blue Origin, companies like SpaceX and Virgin Galactic are also making significant strides in space, tourism, and exploration. SpaceX is working on the Starship project, which aims to send humans to Mars. Elon Musk said, "We want to establish a self-sustaining city on Mars and make humanity a multi-planet species. This goal is of great importance for sustainable living in space." Virgin Galactic, on the other hand, plans to offer more people the experience of suborbital flights. The company continues to work on increasing the number of flights and reducing ticket prices. Virgin Galactic's founder Richard Branson said, "We want to make space accessible for everyone. This goal is promising for the future of space tourism, space explorations, and scientific research." Another important aspect of space tourism and exploration is the new opportunities it creates for scientific research. Research conducted in space can lead to significant advancements in medicine, materials science, and many other fields. Conducting experiments in zero-gravity environments in space can yield results that are not possible on Earth. These studies can improve life, both in space and on Earth. Carl Sagan once said, "Science is a way of thinking much more than it is a body of knowledge." Space exploration, being one of the most thrilling parts of this journey, allows us to see science in action. In the future, as space tourism and exploration become more widespread, scientific research will also accelerate. Conclusion: a new era in space begins. Blue Origin's historic crewed flight marks the beginning of a new era for space tourism and exploration. Thanks to Jeff Bezos' vision and Blue Origin's innovative efforts, space is becoming accessible not just for a select few, but for everyone. The dream of living and working in space is starting to become a reality. Future generations could be part of this exciting journey, making new discoveries in the depths of space.